Hey guys, Blind here, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest IV. Chapter 3, Tornico and the Extravagant Excavation. Far to the north of Endor, tucked away in the Emerald Hills, lies the small town of Lakanaba. A small town that is nevertheless home to a rather large man by the name of Tornico Taloon. And although he's but a menial employee for now, he has a grand dream of becoming the greatest arms merchant in all the land. So, here's Tornico. Are you sleeping till sunset now, are you? The boss will be giving out to you again if you're late, you know. You're a big lump of bother, so you are, Tornico Taloon. While you've been away with the fairies, I've been toiling over your packed lunch again. Here you are. So every day, your wife will give you a packed lunch, if you don't already have one. Now be off to work with you, and don't lose your way this time. Honestly, this is only straight ahead once you're at the door, so it is. Apparently you have a bad sense of direction. Alright, leather hat. Sweet. Here's a children's drawing book. Every page is filled with pictures of cute animals. Apparently you got a son over here too. Yawn. You alright there, Da? We'll go ahead and equip our hat. Now this chapter is different from every other chapter. It's a pretty interesting take on things that not many games have done. This chapter is all about money. Money, money, money. How's she cutting, Tornico? And how's that gorgeous wife of yours? I'll never understand why a fine article like Tessie married a good-for-nothing bog trotter like you. And here's myself, all on my own, still at my age. I'm as green as grass, and you must be hiding a four-leaf clover somewhere. Somebody's jealous. So yeah, this chapter is all about making money. And there's lots of interesting ways to make money. Ah, Tornico, my lad, grand timing. I've a favour to ask you, so I have. It must be me aging bones, but I can barely walk altogether now. I can't even make it to the church. So I was wondering, would you be kind enough to give me a shove over there? I'll give you something for your trouble. Sure. You'll have to put your back into it, lad. So you actually have to push this old geezer to the church in the center, which takes only a few moments. And you can do this every day, but yeah, I'm only going to do it this one time. So then, here we are. Much obliged to you, me lad. Here's your reward. Tornico receives 12 gold coins. Totally not worth it. I'll be seeing you then. Tornico reads a sign. No trampling over the flower beds. I love how they put a sign in the middle of flowers that you have to walk over the flowers to read, and it says don't walk on the flowers. Tornico looks at the bookshelves. Nothing interesting there. Alright, so there's apparently nothing in that house. There's a dog in there. Poor old Finn comes to church every day to pray for his son to come back to him. My son's a desperate blackguard, so he is. He took off from the village, and I've seen hide nor hair of him since. I daren't even think of what shenanigans he's up to now. I just hope he's not bothering anyone. It doesn't look like there's anything up there. Welcome to Lakanaba. Oh, 'tis you, Taloon. They'll be saying I'm gone in the head, welcoming you like some kind of stranger, so they will. Armor shop. Alright, leather hat we just got, so we don't need. We need a leather shield. And bronze armor. Well, we got our work cut out for us already. I'm not really seeing anything in here. There's a book entitled The Scariest True Stories Ever. Tornico takes it from the shelf and reads it. One dark night, a peddler found himself lost in the woods where he came upon a village he'd never seen before. People of the village were exceptionally friendly, and although he was a perfect stranger to them, they invited him to stay. With great relief, the peddler accepted their hospitality and spent the night there in the village. Then morning came, and the peddler awoke to find nothing but wasteland. The village had disappeared without a trace. Yeah, that's not really scary at all. Have I told you about the steel strongbox already, Mr. Talon? Why, no you haven't. Well, there was a fella staying here that told me about it. 'Tis in a cave somewhere north of here. If he's telling the truth, it stops monsters stealing half your gold when you're wiped out in battle, so it does. Aye, if you had yourself one of these, you could go blathering your sails blarney far and wide without a care in the world, like. Alright, so that just leaves going to work. Where have you been, Talon? You'd be late for your own funeral, so you would. Get in here now. Yes, boss. Just stand there and we'll have customers coming through the door before long. Don't forget that I'm paying you on commission now, so no guffing and idling. Right, so then I'll leave you to it. I'll be down below if you need me. Now all you got to do is just sit here and wait for people to come in. 'Tis a weapons shop you're running here, is it not? Yes. You give me a look at your wares then. Yes. I suppose you could be a douche and be like, no, go away. But, I'll take an oaken club, please. I can offer you 30 gold coins for it. Sure, sounds good to me. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. I'll be showing me face in here again, so I will. So basically, a bunch of customers are going to come in. Some will offer to buy stuff. Some will offer to sell stuff. Sometimes they have enough money for it. Sometimes they don't. You could try to play hardball and try to haggle a little bit. You know, get prices on stuff that you're buying down and stuff that you're selling up. But, it's not really even worth it, to be honest. Personally, I like to just say yes to everything. Get it over with quicker. I mean, you're gonna get about 100 gold, regardless how well you do anyways. The only thing that's worth noting here is that there's a few weapons that people will sell you that you can't get any other way, or you might be able to find it much later in the chapter. There's one weapon in particular that you can't get any other way in the chapter. And basically I'm going to do this until one person sells me that weapon. However, this is pretty boring, and it can be a little bit time consuming to actually get to that point, so I'm probably going to cut everything after this first time here. So yeah, you just do this for a while, and eventually they'll let up. This chapter starts out kind of slow because, yeah, this part's pretty boring. But it gets a lot better later on. It's actually one of my favorite chapters, just because of how interesting it is. And this is actually the chapter that I said it's ridiculously easy to make money in. And for good reason, because you need a crap ton of it by the end of this chapter. That guy didn't have enough money. What a douche. So anyways, I think the weapons that can be sold to you that you don't normally carry are a hunter's bow, a chain sickle, and I can't remember what it's called in this version. It's Sword of Malice in the NES version. It's the same weapon that we got for Ragnar in the lock tower. But anyway, that is the best weapon you can buy for Tornico in this chapter, and it's the only way you can get it. Eventually, your hard day of work will come to an end. Eventually. Eventually. I'm hoping it comes to an end before my time limit's up. And there's not really a whole lot to say. Pretty much just sticking it out here, trying to get a little bit of money for equipment. I'd repeat this enough times to be able to get the bronze armor. You could probably pass on a weapon though. You might want to get some kind of weapon, even if it's just an oak club. Whenever the day ends, your boss will come up from downstairs doing whatever he's doing down there. Very much playing the part of disgruntled minimum wage worker who hates his job. I know the days weren't this long on the NES version. I guess they're longer on this version. Yeah, sometimes they're dumb and, you know, they're like, oh, my bag's full, never mind. You know, just like if you were actually buying stuff, you might run in when you have full inventory. Might be trying to sell something, might be trying to buy something. These are all just adventures, just like you. Wow, this is a really long day. Well, I may end up having to make this a two-part video. That sucks. Yeah, I definitely will not be showing another day of this on camera. It's just too much of a time sink here. But yeah, doing this for a few days to be able to get your equipment before even leaving town is pretty much a good way to get yourself settled up straight so that you don't have to waste time grinding and such. Yeah, oaken clubs, they're so rare, let me tell ya. Any minute now. There we go. Of course he waits until just after my time limit's up. Oh well. It's just late already. I'll be closing up soon, so you can go on home now. Here you are. This is what you earned today. 109 gold coins. I'll see you back here in the morning then. Don't be late. Yeah, so obviously you can't really earn much money. It kinda sucks. But before we turn in for the night, we're gonna go raid the boss's downstairs area. And he's asleep. Can't get in there until much later in the game, unfortunately. Oh, nothing else left to do. I guess we'll just head on home. Hello, love. You're late today. You must have had a desperate time of it at work. I expect you'll be needing a good rest. Time for bed, love. Good night. So you turn in for the night, and a new day begins, and it starts all over again. Morning, love. 'Tis a new dawn already, so it is. Oh, you still haven't eaten your lunch I packed for you. Let me change it for this fresh one, then. Anyways, I'm gonna end this episode here. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell your friends about it, and I will see you guys later.